Hello class, how are you students? Today we are going to study about trigonometry. I'll tell you trigonometry, what it is and the basic concept of trigonometry and how to master this subject. It is very easy guys. Now let me tell you how this trigonometry works upon and where we find the practical applications. I'll tell you everything in our class to trigonometry. Now in this class what we will be covering is syllabus is that first we will be taking as introduction, thereafter trigonometric ratios, thereafter trigonometric ratios of special angles. Special angles means 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. These will be special angles. Now trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. Complementary angles means sine of 90 minus theta. Sine of 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta and similar other formulas. And thereafter trigonometric identities. Most toughest one what student thinks, but it is the easiest one guys. It is the easiest one. It is the easiest one. I'll tell you how. Now first of all introduction. Now I'll tell you what's the practical application. Practical application. Guys, have you seen aeroplane growing like this? Now do you know that this aeroplane when it lands down it also has an application of trigonometry. Now let me tell you how. First of all, before that I'll give you a simple example. Say for example this is a building okay, and I am standing here and I want to get the height of this building. So what I'll do, I'll first measure the length of my distance from the building. This is the distance, and thereafter I'll see its top and I'll measure the angle, what this angle is. Say for example theta. If I measure the angle theta and if I have the distance, then I can very well get the height of this building using a relation called tan theta is equal to perpendicular upon base. I'll tell you how this comes. Now moving further, trigonometry is the study of relationship between sides of angles and of a triangle. Now first of all, very important thing guys, that whole trigonometry, the complete trigonometry is based on a triangle which is a right angle triangle. Very important that it is a right angle triangle. Now guys, see here in this right angle triangle, this is 90 degree. Angle A, angle B and angle C. Angle C is equal to 90 degree and angle C is equal to 90 degree. See, this angle C is equal to 90 degree. Now, can you help me that here I can write A plus B plus C is equal to 90 degree. Sorry. I can write it A plus B plus C equal to 180 degree. Now, we know this angle C is 90 degree. And this is B plus angle A is equal to 180 degree. Now what we will do, this implies A plus B is equal to 180 and this 90 goes here and this 180 minus 90 is equal to 90 degree. Now see guys, A plus B sum of two angles is equal to 90 degree. This means both the angles are, what are the angles? They will be called complementary angles. Complementary angles. These will be called complementary angles. These will be called complementary angles. And about this we were talking about. Now I will tell you how these complementary angles work upon and everything about this. Now first of all, let's talk about something trigonometry. What is this trigonometry? See, it is written here, trigonometry is the study of relationship between the sides of the angles and triangles. And during trigonometry, we will be studying trigonometric ratios and trigonometric identities. What are these trigonometric ratios? I'll tell you this. There is only two trigonometric ratios which you need to remember. I'll tell you that these two ratios are sine and cos. Only two ratios. See, you would have already studied that there are 60 ratios. I'll tell you what, sine, cos, tan, opposite to this cosec, sec and cot. But I won't let you remember these all six. I will ask you only to remember these two T ratios. First, let me say you, Sine is a T ratio, which is a ratio of perpendicular upon hypotenuse, and cos is a T ratio, which is the ratio of the sides of base and hypotenuse of a triangle. Now, by these two ratios only you can get all these three ratios. I'll tell you how. You have got the sine and you have got this cos. Now tan. See, for tan you can do tan is always equal to sine upon cos. Always remember guys, tan is always equal to sine upon cos. So if you do here tan is equal to sine upon cos, then sine will be p upon h divided by b upon h. This is cos. B upon h. If we will solve it, this is p by h into b by h will be reciprocal of h by b. H and h gets cancelled and this is becomes p by b. So tan theta comes as p by b. Now remember, once you have got all these three ratios, you can very easily get these other three ratios. This cosec, always remember this cosec is inverse of sine. Easy. This sec is inverse means reciprocal of cos. And how about cot, which must be the reciprocal of this? Cot is reciprocal of tan. This is 1 by tan. Now guys, you must be thinking that all these t ratios which you have heard about and which you have known is always written as sine theta or sine alpha or sine A or tan A or something like that. Means there is always a quantity theta, alpha or A. But I have written everywhere only sine, cos and cot. Nowhere I have used any of the angle theta or alpha or A. Why so? Now let me tell you. I'll tell you something about this. I'll tell you something what? See guys, these sine or cos, they are mere ratio. They are ratio of sides. Now, ratio of sides, we in the very first chance got to know that this ratio of sides is perpendicular by hypotenuse. Means it is a ratio of perpendicular and hypotenuse of the triangle. Now, let me give you some example. Say for example, this is a triangle. And this is A, this is B and this is C. So I will ask from some of the student that you tell me that if this is a right angle triangle, angle C is 90 degree, then which side would be perpendicular? So the boy will very readily tell that this is the perpendicular side. I will say okay. Now you do one thing, that you just move this triangle or you watch it from this side. You have it from this side. You watch it from this side. If you will watch it from this side, this triangle would be like this. See, this triangle would be like this. This AC comes down here like AC. I have rotated this. This AC becomes like this and this is B. Now, if you are saying the side which is standing on the horizontal, that will be a perpendicular, then this time this should be the perpendicular. So anytime if I see from this side, then perpendicular will be BC, or if I see from this side, then perpendicular will be AC. So this will be a great confusion. Just to encounter this confusion, what the convention has been made, the convention is this, that this sign is always accompanied with an angle. Now, we cannot write only sine. We have to write either sine A or sine B or some sine theta or something like that. This A tells me about the sides which is going to be perpendicular or base. Now let me tell you how. Always remember one thing, that the angle which is in consideration, that angle's opposite side will always be perpendicular. Means if I am considering sine B, means angle in consideration is B angle, then the perpendicular side would be AC. Means this will come as AC upon hypotenuse is always the side which is opposite to 90 degree. This is always hypotenuse. So AC will be AC upon AB. Now say for example, if I am taking sine A, then the consideration angle, the angle in consideration is A. So if A angle is in consideration, then the side opposite to it will become as perpendicular. Now If perpendicular upon hypotenuse, then this perpendicular becomes as BC upon hypotenuse would be again the same side AB. So writing the sign means in both the cases the T ratio is same sign, but here the angle is B, therefore the ratio is AC upon AB, and here the angle is A, therefore the ratio is BC upon AB. So according to the angle, always the T ratio will change. So this was the main funda. Say for example, in this whole slide, if I write it like this, if I make a triangle like this, A, B, C. Now you know it very well that if this angle C is 90 degree, then A plus B would always be 90 degree. If one of the angle is 90 degree, then the remaining two angles are always complementary. Now, say for example, if I write it sine A, then sine is always perpendicular upon hypotenuse. You have learned it that it is always perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So sine A, if considering this angle, then the perpendicular would be this side. So I will write it as BC upon AB. Now, if I write it like this, then see, if it is like this, thereafter now, say for example, I want to write it, and how about cos A? Then cos A will become, cos is base upon hypotenuse, and cos will become, base. If this is the perpendicular side, if this is the perpendicular, then base will be AC upon AB. And similarly tan A, perpendicular upon base, we remember this, perpendicular upon base. So this is the angle A, perpendicular would be BC, and base would be AC. Now see guys, now let me tell you one thing. Say for example, I want to write sin B. Now see, how about sin B? Now if I take this angle into consideration, sin B, then if this angle is in consideration, then the perpendicular would be this side. So perpendicular will become as AC, and upon hypotenuse is same AB. Similarly, if I write about cos B, then base would be BC and hypotenuse would be AB. And if I write about tan B, then perpendicular would be AC and base would be BC. Now see guys, what I can do here is say for example, this B, I can send this A here, so this will become as 90 minus A. This will become as 90 minus A. And just to solve this, you see here, sin B, sin, in the place of B, I can write this 90 minus A. So in the place of B, I have written 90 minus A is equal to. Now you just have an attention over this AC upon AB. Can you see the same AC upon AB here also? So this AC upon AB, this AC upon AB is same, means AC upon AB is equal to cos A. And also AC upon AB is equal to sin B, and sin B is equal to sin 90 minus A. Means I want to say that in place of AC upon AB, I can write it cos A. So I will write it here as cos A. So what I got from this, I got it that sin of 90 minus A will be equal to cos A. Sin of 90 minus angle is equal to cos of angle. Similarly, if I write for this cos B, take it here, cos, and for B I can write it again 90 minus A is equal to, now pay attention, BC upon AB, see BC upon AB is here. So BC upon AB can be written as sin A. So this cos 90 minus A can be written as sin A. I guess you would have got it very correctly. What about tan B? See, tan B AC by BC, and here it is a reciprocal of BC by AC. So if I have to get this AC by BC, then can I write this AC by BC as the reciprocal? See, reciprocal of this, I am asking tan BC by AC, and here AC by BC, so I can write it 1 upon tan A. Can you get it? 1 upon tan A. And how about 1 upon tan A? You have remembered, just now I have shown that reciprocal of tan is which angle? I'll write it. Reciprocal of tan is cot angle A, and tan B can be written as tan of 90 minus A. So tan 90 minus A is equal to cot A. So therefore, tan of 90 minus angle A is equal to cot A. So this brings to us the conclusion that I'll write the conclusion for you. Conclusion is sine of 90 minus angle is equal to cos of angle, and cos of 90 minus angle is equal to sine of angle. Similarly, I'll write for tan. Tan of 90 minus angle A is equal to cot A. Just now we have seen, and similarly, cot of 90 minus angle A is equal to tan of angle A. Sec. Now guys, I haven't shown you for sec, but this relation would follow the same for sec also. You can check it on your own. Sec would be 90 minus A of sec is equal to cosec A, and cosec of 90 minus A is equal to sec A. Now see, this brings us a very important conclusion. What? That sine can be changed to cos if we put 90 minus angle A. Sine is changed to cos if we put 90 minus angle A. It becomes cos. And similarly, if we put 90 minus angle A in cos, then it will give us sine. So these two ratios are interchangeable with each other if we put the angle 90 minus A. Similarly, in case of tan, again it is interchangeable with cot if we put the angle 90 minus A. And similarly, in the case of sec, this again would be interchangeable if we put 90 minus A. So guys, we got this important conclusion that in the case of 90 minus of angle, means if angles are complementary, अगर एंगल हमारा कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री है तो we will get the T ratios inverted, means sine will change to cos and cos will change to sine, tan will change to cot and cot will change to tan. Similarly, sec for cosec and cosec for sec. Now, we have got all these conclusions. Now to the next T ratio, I will write down some T ratios in an easy manner for you. Say for example, just now what I have taught you right now, we'll try to practice it here. Say for example, if I am considering the sine A, if A is being considered, then the side opposite to it will be the perpendicular. This will become as perpendicular, this will become as base, and this will become as hypotenuse. Say for example, if I am asked with sine A, what I will write? Sine A will be perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So perpendicular here is, what is the perpendicular? It is BC upon hypotenuse is AC. Similarly for cos A, I can write it base upon hypotenuse. What is base? Base is AB and hypotenuse is AC. Now see guys, you got it correct in the very first time. I guess you all are understanding it. So I'll come up with the answers. Now see, the whole same thing has been written here. See, sine A, what we were talking about, BC upon AC, BC upon AC. We are talking about the same thing, isn't it? So we have got it very correctly. If this is the angle, then this would be the side perpendicular and this would be the base. This is perpendicular, this is base, and this is hypotenuse. I guess you all have got it correctly and now you all are understanding. If not, then we reverse it and you'll watch it. You should watch it again. Now, come to this guys. Say for example, these all are the T ratios: sine, cosine, tangent. Now, what we write as sine, the it is just a short form. The complete name is sine, S-I-N-E. The short form we call it S-I-N. Similarly, for cos of angle, the complete name comes as cosine. Cosine. For tan, it is written as tangent. What does it mean? We will read about it in the higher classes. Now, for cosec, we write the full name as cosecant. For sec, it is secant, and for cot, it is cotangent. Moving on to next slide. Now, tan A, I have already said you that tan is the division of sine and cos. This sine is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, cos is base upon hypotenuse. Hypotenuse gets cancelled and this becomes as perpendicular by base. Now, moving on to next. If this time I take the angle C as considered angle, then side opposite to the angle C will become as perpendicular and this will become as base and this will hypotenuse. Now, if I write about sine C, this is sine is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So this time perpendicular is side AB and hypotenuse is AC. So this we have got. Similarly, all other T ratios. Are you getting me? Next. Now, what did this all tells us about? Now, we will do some examples. Say for example, in a triangle, if we know one of the 6 trigonometric ratios, we can find other 5. What I mean to say, see guys, in this example, we have a 90 degree here. Say for example, if I am considering this angle, I have assumed this as theta. If I am considering this angle, then this will become our perpendicular. This will be hypotenuse. We do not know about the base. Guys, can you tell me, if we know perpendicular and hypotenuse, then which T ratio is known through perpendicular and hypotenuse? I guess you all know it. This is sine. Sine theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So this implies perpendicular is k, hypotenuse is 3k. K cancel, this becomes as 1 by 3. So in this case, we know sine theta. Now the question is asking that if we know one of the T ratio means sine theta, then what about the other 6 T ratios? 6 T ratios means cos, tan, cosec, sec and cot. We will try to find this. Now, first of all, do you know all of you about Pythagoras theorem? I'll tell you Pythagoras. Pythagoras theorem, you would have already studied it. Pythagoras says hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Hypotenuse here 3k का whole square is equal to perpendicular बता दो k square plus base बता दो नहीं पता b square. Now what we can do? 3k का whole square is 9k square. This k square comes here is minus k square is equal to b square. Now we got it. 9k square minus k square, it is equal to 8k square is equal to b square. Just to make this b, we will take under root of this side, root under 8k square, and this will become as root under 8 becomes 2 root 2 and k square का root बनेगा k. So this b becomes 2 root 2 times k. Now guys, for cos of theta, you know it very well, it is base upon hypotenuse. So base upon hypotenuse will be base upon hypotenuse 2 root 2k upon 3k. You got the answer. 2 root 2k upon 3k. Root 2k upon 3k. K to k cancel. Answer would be 2 root 2 upon 3. Got it correct? Similarly for tan, tan is perpendicular by base. Perpendicular, what is perpendicular? K. Base, what about the base? Base is 2 root 2 k. K से k cancel, answer becomes 1 upon 2 root 2. Now, I guess similarly all the remaining 3 ratios you would be able to find it out. Now guys, just tell me that with only one such question you are able to find all the T ratios, isn't it? Great. Now let me tell you something more. See, here the question is, Sine A is given as 1 by 3, which I have told you just now. Sine A is 1 by 3. Now just say for example, in the very same example, if sine is given you as 1 by 3, how you will get this? See, sine is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, isn't it? This means perpendicular is 1 and hypotenuse is 3. But whenever we are given with any ratio, then we do not take the value as directly. We take it always in the form of a variable. This means, this implies P will become as 1k is k, and H will become as 3k, so H will be equal to 3k. That's why we have taken this value. Did you get it? Once k and 3k is got, we can very well easily get about AB using the Pythagoras theorem, and then we can solve just like what we did now. Coming to the next example, see, this is the way how to solve it. This will become as 8k square root under, and the whole solution has been done for you in a better way. Now, coming to the next slide. Give an example, very good example and very easy example. I'll tell you how to solve this. This is tan A equal to 4 upon 3. Now, just tell me what is tan. What is tan? Guys, just tell me. This is perpendicular by base A. Angle A is here, then this will be the perpendicular side. Very easy. Perpendicular by base 4 upon 3. You know it very well. Whenever in the ratio not to be taken as the same, we will take it in the form of variable. 4k and base will be equal to 3k. Perpendicular 4k, base 3k. Can't you apply a Pythagoras theorem here? I guess you sure do. AC square, hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square means 4k ka whole square plus base square means 3k का whole square. 4k का whole square बता दो जल्दी. 16k square plus 3k का whole square is 9k square. 16 9. 25k square is equal to AC square. I guess all of you would have known AC is 5k. AC की value आ गई भाई 5k. Now find sine A. Very easy. Sine is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Perpendicular, give me the value 4k. Hypotenuse, give me the value 5k. K to k cancel. Answer 4 upon 5. Cos A. Base upon hypotenuse. Give me the base. 3k. Hypotenuse. जल्दी बताओ. 5k. Answer comes as 3 upon 5. Isn't it easy? This is very easy, but believe me, these questions are very important. This is going to come in the exams, and it comes here. It comes. Although this might look very easy question, but this comes in the exam. For many of the students out sitting there, these questions might be very tough questions. Your teacher would have made you feel that these questions are very tough. You would have felt it in the class, but believe me, these questions are very easy. I'll tell you every question, every type of question, and I'll tell you that how easy they are. Moving on to next questions. Where is the question? Okay, we have the question 21st. See, this is the solution. What we just right now we got it. 22. Now. Coming on to next question, guys. Given acute angle A, prove that angle A equal to angle C. Very easy question, and I will tell you very easiest way to solve it. See, angle B and angle Q both are 90 degrees. You are seeing it. Okay, these are 90 degrees. This means both angles are equal. Very well. You know it in a right angle triangle. When one angle is 90 degree, remaining two angles they have a sum of 90 degree. So angle A plus angle C equal to 90 degree. Similarly, angle P plus angle R is equal to 90 degree. Very good. Now, you just tell me one thing. If here given this, that given acute angles A and C such that tan A is equal to tan P. Now, if two things are equal and their tan is also equal, then their angles will also be equal. A is equal to P. Now, if A is equal to PC, both have the value of 90 degree. This means if both are equal to 90 degree, then they both must be equal in themselves. A plus C should be equal to P plus R. Now, if A and P are equal, then they will cut down and C will be equal to R. This has to be proved only. Prove that A equal to C. Prove. So easy. Now, I'll show you the solution. How big the solutions are. See, I'll show you the solution. This much big solution is this. They have done it so long. Now, I'll show you something else. And similarly, your teacher will do also. Yeah? Your teacher will also do such a long way. But this is so easy question. Only 2 lines question. I will show you something else. How about this 45 degree? This is a new question. Now, just see this. Sine 45 degree, cos 45 degree and tan 45 degree. You have to get the values of all these angles. Means T ratio. Now, let me say you something. Guys, see. This is a 90 degree. You are seeing it very well. Means we are studying trigonometry, and wherever we got this such a kind of triangle, that is but natural that it is a right angle triangle. Now, let me say you something. If this is a 90 degree and this is a 45 degree, then what this angle would be? Angle sum property R. This is 45 degree. Now, if this is 45, this is 45, then surely this is an isosceles triangle and AB equal to BC. Let's say let AB is equal to K, and if AB is equal to K, then BC will also be equal to K. Apply Pythagoras theorem. I won't apply it this time for you. I will just directly write AC is equal to K square plus K square equal to 2K square is equal to AC will be equal to root under 2K. Root under 2K. Now, you have got all the 3 sides. Now you have to find sine 45. See, sine 45 degree. This is the angle 45. If this is the angle, this is the perpendicular. Sine is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Got it? You correct in the very first time. Perpendicular is K. Hypotenuse is root 2K. Yeah, root 2K. K se K cancel. Answer is 1 by root 2. Got it? Second, cos base upon hypotenuse. What about the base? Base is K. Again, base is K. Yeah. Upon hypotenuse. What about the hypotenuse? Root 2K. Root 2K. K से K cancel. Answer क्या आ गया? बता दो भाई. 1 upon root 2. Now, tan 45. Such an easy questions, yeah. This is perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is K. Base is K. Answer got 1. All the questions are so easy. And believe me, you will get all these questions in your book. Just turn your book pages and just you will find out all these questions. And you will find out that what extraordinary you have done. You have learned all of them. You have learned the way how to solve all these questions. Again, see, they have also done the same thing. Moving on to next questions. 27. Now see, this is again the same question. I won't do it for you. You should take a picture of this, or you should write it in your copy and just try to solve it. I am leaving it for you only. Okay, now something good. I'll tell you this, but before this I'll tell you something T ratios, about T ratios. Now guys, you have to remember this T ratio. Means even in your school exams you will be asked to learn all these things. Means your teacher will come and she will or he will write this whole thing on the board and he'll ask that you have to learn it. Now the problem comes here that how to learn this, because this is not looking so easy and you have to learn almost 5 into 6, total 30 values. Now how you are going to do this? I'll tell you the easiest way. For getting the sine value, what we do is we write it as 0 upon 4. First of all, we write 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Got it very clearly? We write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Delete this. No 4. Write down 0 upon 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it? Then divide every number divided by 4. Divide all the numbers by 4 and thereafter take a under root. Take a under root of these numbers. Now 0 upon 4, 0 is divided by any number, answer is always 0, and root of 0 is also 0, so that's why here we got it 0. root under 1 का रूट क्या होता है भाई? 1 होता है, अपॉन रूट अंडर 4 का रूट क्या होता है? इट इज 2, 1 by 2, we got it 1 by 2. 2 से 4 2 टाइम्स में कैंसिल, 1 टाइम्स रिमेनिंग हियर, 1 का रूट 1 अपॉन 2 का रूट 2. सिमिलरली रूट 3 का रूट 3 रहेगा और 4 का रूट क्या हो जाएगा? इट विल बी 2. 4 divided by 4, very easy, 1 upon 1, answer is 1. Now you got all the values in the very first time. Now only by remembering these values, not you can get all the values of cos. I'll show you how. What you have to do, now this time you move from this side. You have got the value 1, root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by 2 and 0. Write the values for cos from the back side of sine. 1, see 1, root 3 by 2, root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 0 and 0. Isn't it easy, guys? Means you don't have to remember even sign. You got the method 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 all divided by 4 and all taken under root. Once you get the values of sine, now for getting the values of cos, you need to just reverse the order. Now to get the values of tan, you remember that for tan I had said that tan is sin A upon cos A. Do you remember it or not? If you remember, here what you have to do, you have to divide 0 by 1. 0 by 1 is always 0. That's why you got the value 0. Now 1 by 2 divided by root 3 by 2. 2 and 2 gets cancelled and answer is 1 by root 3. This is 1 by root 3. 1 upon root 2, 1 upon root 2. Root 2 gets cancelled. 1 by 1, answer 1. Root 3 by 2, 1 by 2. 2 gets cancelled. Root 3 upon 1, answer is root 3. And 1 divided by 0. 1 divided by 0. Any number when divided by 0 is always a not defined number. This type of number cannot be defined ever. Now, once you got these sine, cos and tan, cosec, sec and cot are very easy. Now let me tell you how. See guys, I have already said you that this cosec is 1 by sine, isn't it? Means this cosec is the reciprocal of sine. So if sine 0 has a value of 0, then cosec will have 1 by 0. Again 1 by 0, 0 is divided by any number. If 0 divides any number, then that number becomes not defined. 1 by 2, reciprocal of 1 by 2 is 2 by 1. 1 by root 2, reciprocal root 2. Root 3 by 2, reciprocal 2 by root 3. And 1, reciprocal 1. Did you get it? And similarly in the remaining two cases. Now this is the way with which you can learn all the trigonometric table. And this is very easy, damn easy, yeah? I will tell you something more. Come, I will show you something here. See, here they have given A is equal to 30 degree, AB equal to 5 centimeter. Write it down. AB is equal to 5 and A is equal to 30 degree. Find the length of AC. Very easy, yeah? Very easy. See, AC, if this angle is in consideration, then this will become as perpendicular, this will become as base, and this is hypotenuse. They are asking me hypotenuse and they are asking me perpendicular also. Okay. Now, I have been given with the base. Now you just tell me, you name any of the T ratio. Let me use sine. So sine 30, sine of the angle, sine 30. If sine 30 I am using 30 degree, then this will become as perpendicular. So sine 30 will become as perpendicular upon hypotenuse. What's the hypotenuse? AC. See, here what will happen, that we do not know BC and we do not know even AC. So we won't be able to get even one values because both the two are unknown. So what we will do, we will use some other T ratio. Say for example using cos 30. Cos 30, base upon hypotenuse. Base is AB, hypotenuse is AC. Now this time we know about base. And see, Do you remember the value of cos 30 from the previous table? If you don't remember, I will show you once. See, cos 30 is root 3 by 2, isn't it? So now use it here. Cos 30. Cos 30 is root 3 upon 2 is equal to AB. AB is 5 upon AC. AC is H. I don't know it. Okay. Cross multiply. This will go here. This will go here. 2 5s are 10. So H goes here. It will become as root 3 times H is equal to 2 5s are 10. And then H becomes as 10 upon root 3. So you've got the answer, yeah? You've got the answer AC. And similarly you can get perpendicular also. I'll show you how. Put tan 30. Tan is perpendicular upon base AB. Do you remember the value of tan? Do you remember? If you don't remember, I'll show you again. See, tan 30 is very easy. 1 by root 3. Now, for tan 30 is 1 by root 3, it will become as 1 by root 3 is equal to BC. I don't know BC. This is perpendicular. And AB, I know AB. 5. Cross multiply. 5 into 1, this will become as 5 upon root 3 is equal to perpendicular. See, you have got the value of perpendicular, means you have got the value of BC, and AC also. You have got the value of AC also. So in this way, you can get any values. Means trigonometry is such an easy thing now. You can get any values, yeah, and this is all so easy. I'll make you feel that these all are so easy. Now, one more last question. Given 30 degree and AB equal to 5 centimeter. Okay. Oh, sorry. This is the same solution for that previous question. Just check it out. See, this is the answer. This is the answer. I have solved it for you. Next 34. Last question and the easy question. Every question is easy. Yeah, every question is easy. 10 centimeter AC. I write it down. AC is given 10 centimeter. BC is 5 centimeter. Arey yaar, use Pythagoras. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. This implies 10 square is equal to AB square. I don't know. Plus BC square. I know. 5 square. Now this is 100. Bring it here. Minus 25 is equal to AB square. 100 minus 25 is equal to 75. Now, if I put the under root, AB will become as root under 75. Root under 75. Root under 75, do you all know it? 5 root 3. I can write it 5 root 3. Now, what it is asking? It is asking find the angle A and angle C. Can you get angle A and angle C? Can you get? I can get it for you. Apply any T ratio, whatever you want, apply that. Sin A, apply sin A. This is angle A. Perpendicular will be 5 because angle A is consideration. So this will become as what it will become? It will perpendicular upon hypotenuse. This is AC. Now sin A, BC, value of BC 5, AC का value बताओ 10. Now just tell me 5 divided by 10. Answer is 1 by 2. Now if sine have value 1 by 2, then at which angle sine comes as 1 by 2? You might not be remembering, but I do remember. But for you only, I will show you the slide. See, sine was 1 by 2 at 30 degree. So, just for that 30 degree means A, this implies angle A becomes as 30 degree. So easy na? This is 90 degree. This is 30 degree. Now this is 30, this is 90. Use the angle sum property yaar. This is 60 degree. You got it. All the angles. So guys, trigonometry is damn easy. Means I can't tell you how easy it is. And with this all means you can just nail it. Nail it in the very first time. I'll tell you everything. I'll take the trigonometry classes in all the lectures and I'll tell you, I'll give you very good examples, very good questions. All which are going to come for your board examinations, school examination and any examination. You can just have a challenge with your friend that now I have learned trigonometry and I can do any questions. Now you are going to be the master of the trigonometry. Anyways, I'll meet you in the next session. Till then, thank you. Bye bye. Love you all.